So we often hear stories of negative stories by MSNBC, NBC, ABC, the usual legacy media about Donald Trump being this or that, racist, bad person, etc. We forget that he was avuncular, well-liked Don, Uncle Donnie, you know, in the old days before he ran for office and the Democrats saw him as a threat to their power and also the establishment. But there are so many good things that his family has done, including his own father. And here's a little bit of testimony that's going crazy on X right now.
I have an amazing story to tell you real quick about what President Trump's father, Fred Trump, did for myself, for my brother, for my sister, for my mother. 1974, my dad suffered a major heart attack. I went to the same school as Donald Trump, the Q Forest School. 3 days after my father's burial, there was a knock on the door. One school morning, 7 a.m. I answered the door. It's a distinguished gentleman. I was 10 years old. My father just died. The gentleman said, "Kid, call your mom." I called my mom from upstairs. She came down. Gentleman said to my mom, "I am Fred Trump, Donald's father." And my mom says, "Yes, I know Donald went to the Q Forest School." And Mr. Fred Trump said to my mom, "Yes, Mrs. Fred, very sorry about Joseph's death. And what you don't know is I'm still on the Board of Trustees at the Q Forest School. And this morning, I let Headmaster Mr. Philip Rogers know that from this day forward, myself, Fred Trump, out of my own pocket, is going to pay for your 3 children's tuition because I don't want the kids to have to go back into the public school system." And the tuition in 1974 was $2,500 per child, $7,500, which is about $80,000, $100,000 in today's money. And who would do that except the President Trump father? The fruit doesn't fall far from the tree, and they give the Trump family grief. The Trump family is a wonderful family, the entire family, sorry. And who else? Can you picture Joseph Biden or Kamala Harris doing that? No. All they care about is buying another mansion. I'm going to tell you, the Trump family is wonderful. I love you, Donald. I wish I could shake your hand. It was my mother's last dying wish to shake your hand and to thank your father, Fred Trump, for what he did for us kids in 1974 in Forest Hills, New York.
Whew. The Trump family has done these acts of random kindness for a long, long time. Sorry, smear merchants. You can't take away the facts. This is a good man. His kids are good too. His father was a good man. Wasn't a racist. No, those are lies perpetrated by the left again. Listen to what actual people experienced. Don't listen to what MSNBC hosts say. They only care about their own power, their own selves, what they look like in the mirror, how much money they're making so they can go to the right cocktail party. That's the elitist Democrat that we have out there, very similar to the rhinos in our Republican Party, which we lump together and call the establishment, which is the absolute enemy of the American people, the working class of the American people, which is why we created the Make America Great Again movement, in order to fight the establishment Democrats and the establishment rhinos who arrogantly lauded over the rest of this country. Vote Trump. Vote Republican. Be smart. Get out of your safe space and do something good for America for a change. Don't give this inept coconut comrade cackle, phony joy, phony joyful war, phony laugh, fake laughter that's not real laughter. You want this kind of phony bastard who only wants power and money? Is that what you want? Or do you want a family that doesn't make money the only thing that matters to them because they've been making it for so long and done things with it that it's just a matter of maintaining? People who know how to build a business. Bankruptcy, yeah, it's part of the business cycle. Everybody in business knows it's a risk. But who comes back? That's what counts, and Trump did come back. The stupid comment he made about grabbing the what's of the women. That was just locker room talk. That's all it was. We guys talk that way, have done so all the time. You don't like it if you're female. You're all, horrified. And if you happen to be a ballless male, you also think you have to leap to the defense of all femininity there. Well, that's stupid. It's just locker room talk, and everybody knows it. It's nonsense. What else do you not like about Trump? Oh, he said that there are good people on both sides in Charlottesville. No, never said that. He never said it that way, not at all. That's a total lie, and it's been cross-checked many times. What other lie would you like to refute? January 6th was an insurrection. No, it wasn't. It was a protest. A protest by people protesting election fraud that used COVID-19 as a cover. That's what it was. It was rightful to protest, and we exercised our right to protest. Now, if it got out of hand with a few people who were wrongful and did some stuff that's not supposed to do, fine, prosecute them, but do it reasonably. You can't be letting rapists and murderers out with no cash bail and then putting our people in jail. That's basically turning them into political hostages by the Democrat Party. Leave them alone. And where was Nancy on that day? She was asked to provide National Guard troops to secure the Capitol. So many people. Did she? No. No. That invited problems too. It's almost like she wanted that to happen. So don't tell me about January 6th is the worst day in a minute. No, it's not. 9/11 was quantum leaps worse than January 6th. You know what else? What was, though, is a slap in the face of the establishment. It was worse for you if you're an establishment Democrat who snidely and arrogantly thinks you get to tell people what to do. Yeah, then it was the worst day because we gathered together and we raised up a fist against you bastards. And I'm sure that was pretty scary for you. But that's aside. It's not an insurrection and nowhere near as bad as all the Antifa riots that you Democrats allowed to continue. So we're voting for America. That means we're voting for Donald Trump. And we're not ever, ever, ever going to vote for this Democrat Party again in the history of America. There's no hope, no place for American males, for actual woman-loving males, regular, normal males. And I say that around over every race and everything else. So if you happen to be a man who loves women, then you don't have any home whatsoever in the Democrat Party. Every male you see apologizing and bootlicking over there, they've all had their balls trimmed off by their wives or their girlfriends. They have no balls anymore. So they're liberals. They become liberals. And liberals are what we call soy boys. They're not real men. I don't care how big or little they are. If you have no balls, you're not a man. And that's the prevalent, quote, male type in the Democrat Party today. Anyway, if normalcy matters to you, you got one vote, and that's Trump and Republicans all the way down the line. Now, you may have some candidates that you like better than others, or some Republicans that you find, have some flaws or character flaws, but human beings all are like that. You really want to rubber stamp the Democrat Party because anybody who's a Democrat you vote for, they're going to have to toe the party line, which means wokeism, liberalism, weakness, stupidity, and economic decline. So that's what you want for America? Vote Democrat, because that's what you'll get.